Takulandirani ku AMTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi yabodza.
Honorable members, another good afternoon. Now we say good evening. I can see you are very much energized. Deputy Leader, a bit of Sona, please.
First Deputy Speaker, I want to guide that now we go to business under 2C in order to allow the Honorable Chair to wind up. We curtail debate. Okay. Can we tackle business 2C? Debate on delegation report.
Thank you so much, Honorable Deputy Leader. Secretariat.
Item 2C, debate on delegation reports. The Honorable Member for Rikoma Island presented a delegation report to the 64th session of the Organization of African, Caribbean and Pacific States Parliamentary Assembly and the first session of the ACPS European Union Joint Parliamentary Assembly held in Angola in February 2024. Continuation of general debate by Honorable Member.
Do you have any takers? Deputy Leader. Honorable Minister, Deputy Minister, learn that where you are now, you're not there.
First Deputy Speaker, I beg to move that we curtail debate in order to allow the Honorable Chairperson to wind up. I beg to move.
Honorable
Leader of
Honorable
delegation.
Leader of Delegation to Rwanda, yes. Honorable Member for Rikoma Islands. Honorable, there's a motion that the debate, general debate on the delegation report presented by the Honorable Member for Rikoma Islands, who happens to be the leader of the delegation, be curtailed in order to allow the leader of the delegation to wind up. Those other people say aye, and those other people say no. The ayes have it, the motion is carried. Leader of delegation, the people of Rikoma Islands.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for the opportunity accorded to the people of Rikoma Islands, indeed on this Wednesday afternoon, to wind up the debate on the report that was tabled in the last sitting. First of all, First Deputy Speaker, I would like to thank the honorable members of Parliament, those who paid attention to the tabling of the report, and most importantly, those that were able to contribute, notably Branta City South, Machinga East, during which her submissions she did indeed enhance the recommendations that we had made in the report, particularly urging the government to ensure that the government fulfills its obligation by paying the annual subscriptions. But also there was an appeal coming from Machinga East regarding the resource allocation during budgeting to make sure it is biased towards gender, but also to pay attention to issues to do with the climate change so that we can make Malawi green. Similarly, Doha West also did commend the manner in which the ACP-EU now has been reorganized by coming up with regional protocols which provides an appropriate platform to address regional specific issues. Also taking the stage was Cholo Central, who pronounced loudly on issues to do with gender-based violence, and he did make an appeal to the Honorable Minister of Gender that indeed there should be careful attention, because in the houses or domestically, it's not only women who are subjected to violence, but also men are indeed equally subjected to gender violence. Right, Honorable Deputy Speaker, once again I thank the members who made these wonderful contributions, and with these few remarks, I beg to move that the report be adopted by the whole House. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.
Honorable Chair, the report be noted.
Fire, Deputy Speaker. Thank you so much, Mr. Deputy Speaker. With these few remarks, I beg that the House do not the report tabled. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the people of Likoma Islands. Honourable members, there's a motion that the report presented by the Lero delegation on the 64th session of the Organization of African, Caribbean and Pacific States, or ACPS, Permanent Assembly, be noted by the House. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the contrary say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is carried. Deputy Leader of the House.
First, Deputy Speaker, I want to get that now we go to D, presentation of delegation reports.
Thank you very much, Deputy Leader of the House. Secretariat.
Item 2D1, presentation of delegation reports. The Honourable Member for Sanje Central to present a delegation report on the essentials of migration management training of selected members of the Committee on Defence and Security that was held in South Africa from 30th May to 1st June 2023.
Honourable Member for Sanje Central, Chairperson of Defence Committee. Chikwawa Central. Okay, seems the members of the chamber. Honourable members, honourable chairpersons, take note, Wednesdays are yours. We'll go to the next one, but I'm being informed that it seems also the second one, the chairperson is there, so we'll go to the third one. Secretariat.
Item 2D3, the Honourable Member for Zomba Ntonya to present a delegation report to the Southern Africa Development Community Organization of Public Accounts Committees 15th Annual Conference and 19th General Meeting held at Southern Sun Hotel, Durban, South Africa from 28th September to 6th October 2023.
Honourable Member for Zomba Ntonya. Honourable Member, one step at a time. Thank you. You read what is given there.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I beg to present papers standing on my name under item 2D3 of the order paper.
Thank you very much. Sergeant at Arms. Honourable Member for Zomba Ntonya, do you wish to speak to a report?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Please proceed majestically in front. The floor is yours, the day is yours, and the hour is yours.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, I stand before you this afternoon to present the report on the 15th Annual Conference and the 19th Annual General Meeting of the Southern African Development Community Organization of Public Accounts Committees, SADC-PAC, which was held in Durban, South Africa from September 28th to October 6th in 2023. This significant gathering, which also marked the 20th anniversary of SADC-PAC, brought together representatives from across the region to deliberate on critical issues of public financial management and accountability. Allow me, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, to highlight on the key issues discussed. Number one, public financial management and accountability. The conference underscored the indispensable role of public accounts committees, PACs, in ensuring effective oversight of public financial management. It was evident that PACs must remain vigilant in preventing financial mismanagement by advocating for independence and adequate resourcing of Supreme Audit institutions' size. To achieve this, we must push for legislative reforms that protect the independence of these institutions, thereby enhancing their ability to scrutinize government spending effectively. Number two, strengthening PACs through capacity building. Mr. Deputy Speaker, a recurring theme throughout the conference was the need for building the capacity of PAC members and staff. The adoption of tailor-made training programs and the use of technological advancements such as e-learning platforms were recommended to ensure that PAC members are equipped with necessary skills to perform their duties effectively. As members of this august House, we must support initiatives that promote continuous learning and capacity development within our PACs. Number three, coordination and collaboration. Mr. Deputy Speaker, effective public financial management cannot be achieved by PACs alone. The conference highlighted the importance of fostering strong relationships between PACs, other parliamentary committees, and independent oversight institutions. In this regard, we must strive to create a collaborative environment where these entities work together to enhance accountability and governance. This includes regular interaction with the Auditor General's Office and other relevant bodies to ensure that audit reports are thoroughly examined and acted upon. Number four, combating illicit financial flows. Madam Speaker, the issue of illicit financial flows remains a significant challenge in our
Leader of delegation, Madam is at home.
Mr. Speaker, the issue of illicit financial flows remains a significant challenge in our region, with Africa losing about $88.6 billion, which is 3.7% of its gross domestic product, GDP. Annually in illicit financial flows. The conference called for collective effort to address this issue by enhancing tax transparency and strengthening legal frameworks that combat illicit financial flows. Malawi, as a member of SADC-PAC, must take proactive steps to implement these recommendations, ensuring that our financial systems are robust enough to detect and prevent such illicit activities. Number five, embracing the fourth industrial revolution. The rise of fourth industrial revolution, Right Honorable Speaker, presents both opportunities and challenges for public financial management. The conference encouraged PACs to leverage digital technologies to enhance transparency and accountability. However, this requires significant investment in digital infrastructure and training to keep pace with rapidly evolving technologies. We must commit to modernizing our parliamentary processes and adopting digital tools that will enable more effective oversight of government operations. Number six, societal mobilization and empowerment. Finally, Mr. Speaker, sir, the conference stressed the importance of engaging the public in oversight process. Public participation is crucial in holding government accountability and ensuring that public funds are used for the intended purposes. This includes protecting whistleblowers and fostering culture of transparency and accountability at all levels of government. Our PACs must actively involve in civil society organization and media and public in their way to build trust and ensure that financial management systems serve the people of Malawi. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, the deliberations and the resolutions from SADC-PAC conference provide a clear roadmap for strengthening public financial management and accountability in the region. As we move forward, let us commit to implement these recommendations with urgency and resolve. By doing so, we will not only enhance effectiveness of our PACs, but also contribute to the broader goal advancing good governance and sustainable development in Malawi. First Deputy Speaker and honorable members, let us work together to ensure that principles of transparency, accountability, and good governance remain at the heart of our national public finance management systems. I therefore present the report of Malawi delegation of the 15th Annual Conference of SADC-PAC for noting by the House. I submit, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you very much, the people of Zoma Antonia, who was leader of delegation to the Southern African Community Organization of Public Accounts Committees, SADC-PAC. That was held in Japan, in Johannesburg, in South Africa. Honourable members, delegation reports, we just go straight into general debate. We don't need anyone to second. We therefore ask those that we are part of the delegation, or indeed members that wish to contribute to the report. Any takers? I see Mangochi Southwest. Unfortunately, there is no report on the gadgets. I was trying to check the secretariat.
Yeah.
It's now being uploaded.
Okay.
It's now uploaded.
Much obliged, because I wanted to rise on that point of
Okay.
Thank you.
So if you go to documents, delegation reports, mine still doesn't have the report. Secretariat, check with it. Honorables, but we've been able to follow what I was saying. Anyone to comment upon, or Mangochi Southwest, my learned brother.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, for giving the people of Mangochi Southwest to comment on the report, and I should think that I will be seconding the report, much as I am not a member of the Public Accounts Committee, but I was there for 2 years, and I was removed by politics. They removed a good man. They removed a chartered accountant from Public Accounts Committee. But the chair, on a serious note, how I wished that this House, in addition to allowing us to attend training sessions of this nature, not only for Public Accounts Committee, but for each and every committee, but also for members, I would want to submit that there should be a deliberate intervention to capacitate members of Parliament into acquiring skills that we can use after life, after service.
Honourable members, I'm being informed that now the report is uploaded. It was wrongly uploaded to committee reports. So now we've seen the folder of delegation reports. So the report is there. Proceed, honourable member.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. I was saying that in addition to facilitating and allowing us to attend to conferences and the training sessions of this nature, I would want to submit to this House that there should be a deliberate policy to capacitate members of Parliament to acquire skills that will be essential after the life that we have here in Parliament. Some of us came here with JCE, some of us came here with MCE, others with first degree and the masters, and also we have PhD holders. Each one of us in these categories need to upscale their qualifications. If you came here with a JCE, why not allowing such individual to proceed and have Malawi School Certificate of Education? Similarly, if you came here with a bachelor's degree, why not allow that individual to proceed with a master's degree? So, life, we must know that life shall not only be that of a member of Parliament. If my memory serves me right, this is 16th September. Only 20% of us here will come back into this house, meaning that 80% of us will not be here. The question is, what are we going to be doing after this life? Let me take this again, Mr. First Deputy Speaker.
Member, don't be a prophet of doom.
10 out of 10 members of Parliament, only 2 will make it back here. Now, 8 of us, maybe 8 of them, because I'll come back, because I'll be in the 2. But 8 of them, or 8 of us, will not make it. Now, the question is, what preparations, how have we prepared ourselves to face the realities of that life after this service? I have gone out there, met people who are members of Parliament. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, it's not a situation where you can be amused. You cannot emulate the life of a member of Parliament after service. I would want to submit, therefore, that yes, we can be thinking of while we are here, oh, we are attending this, we are doing this, but I thought that let's think about our retirement. Anything that we do in life, we must know that one day we will retire. So, through your office, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I came here with what you know. With what you know. But I would have wanted Parliament to sponsor me for a PhD, which I'm doing on my own. But I would have wanted Parliament to do that. Similarly, I know colleagues here. The jobs that we have here, no one is going to employ us. No one. We are politically exposed persons, even after this life. I would have extended to say the mega farms that your government is implementing. Why don't you allocate a mega farm to all of us here? Why don't you give us all the NIF loans to all of us here? Because,
honorable member,
let me tell you,
the preamble, I think is enough. Now go straight on the report.
I'm going to conclude. I am saying, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, let's capacitate ourselves ready for that afterlife. We have been attending these training sessions, conferences. But if I were to ask you, yes, we went and we came back. So what? This is a delegation report. So what? We would want something meaningful in our lives. We must learn, but we must also be able to use that little knowledge later on in life, even while we use it while we're here. So I'm just saying, I'm being practical. The NIF loans, please, for everyone here. Mega farms in every constituency. Let us have that mega farm in every constituency, and we want to have the loans as well. These words, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, you will remember me. You will remember me that I spoke in this house. You will remember me. I don't want to see Honorable Gwengwe to be suffering after 16 September 2025. I don't want to see him. He's a good brother of mine. And Kunkuyu, my brother from my motherland, I also don't want to see him suffering. But I know he's a survivor. He survives. He's a survivor. That one is a survivor, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. He will survive. But I know some of us here cannot survive. Kumbi, can you survive? With these few remarks, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, allow me to second the report. Thank you very much.
Honorable member, you are supporting, not seconding. You are supporting. But let me point out, Kumbi, my dear mom, is a survivor. Strong pharmacist, trained in South Africa. Don't worry. But she's coming back. She's coming back. She's coming back. She's coming back. Deputy Leader of the House.
First Deputy Speaker, I beg to move that we curtail debate in order to allow the Leader of Delegation to wind up. Thank you.
Honourable members, there's a motion that debate on the delegation report on SADC-PAC be curtailed in order to allow the Leader of the Delegation, who happens to be the people of Sona to wind up. Those of the people say aye. Those of the people say no. The ayes have it, the motion is carried. Zomba Antonia. Order members, order members, order members, order members, order members, order members, order members. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise again to wind up on the report. But commenting on the report was Honorable Member from Mangochi, who has given this House a free advice. And he emphasized on the capacitation of honorable members. And he also said he would want us to prepare for our life after this parliament. And he even alluded to the fact that the retention rate of parliamentarians this time around, it will be 20%. But I know for sure previously it was around 32%. But this time around it will be 20%, meaning every 100 MPs, only 20 will come back. And he even referred to the MCP side, which maybe 8 will come back, or 2 from DBB. And I'm glad that he did not mention UDF, because everybody in UDF and the extra ones will come back here. Mr. Speaker, at this point in time, considering the fact that only one member contributed or supported the report, I beg the House to note the report. I submit, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you so much, honourable members. There's a motion that the report be noted by the whole House. Those of the opinion say aye. Those of the contrary say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is carried. Therefore, the report has been noted by the whole House. Deputy Leader of the House.
Item 2D4, presentation of delegation reports. The Honourable Member for Kasungu Central to present a delegation report to the 148th Interparliamentary Union General Assembly and related meetings held in Geneva in March 2024.
Kasungu Central. Thank you.
Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, I wish to present to the whole House item 2D4 appearing on today's order paper. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honourable Member Njomba for Kasungu Central. Keep on standing majestically. Thank you. Sergeant at Arms, Sergeant at Arms. Thank you. Honour members, as they say, and I'm coming forward, the report has, by mistake, being loaded under committee reports. It will be reversed at a later stage, but it's under committee reports. So the report for this is there, but in the wrong folder. Honour member for Kasungu Central, do you wish to speak to your report?
Yes, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you so much, Honour member for Kasungu Central. Please come forward. Walk majestically. The hour is yours. The floor is yours. Honour members, give him a big clap of offering, please. Honour members, don't be jealous. Honour members, don't be jealous. Here comes Kasung Center. Here comes Kasung Center of Doda Kaumba, Lukwa, Mwase, Mjomba. The floor is yours. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, I stand to present a delegation report on behalf of the Malawi delegation to the 148th Interparliamentary Union General Assembly and related meetings, which were held in Geneva, Switzerland, from 23rd to 27th March 2024. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, the 148th IPU General Assembly was held under the theme Parliamentary Diplomacy, Building Bridges for Peace and Understanding. You may wish to note, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, that the General Assembly provided a platform for delegates from around the world to discuss pressing global challenges, including conflict, development, and human rights. The delegates from around the globe expressed their concerns about how deteriorating peace and escalating conflicts are undermining development achievements and threatening attainment of SDGs. The profound impact of these conflicts is evident on the vulnerable and marginalized groups, such as women, youth, children, the elderly, the poor, indigenous peoples, minorities, and persons with disabilities. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, the delegates recognized the urgent need for collective action to address the challenges posed by ongoing conflicts in Ukraine and Gaza. They emphasized on the importance of a shared global commitment to building a resilient foundation for lasting peace, rooted in the upholding of human rights and democratic principles. The leader of the delegation, yours truly, contributed significantly to the general debate on the theme, emphasizing on Malawi's long-standing commitment to promoting peace around the world. He indicated that over the past 4 decades, Malawi Parliament has played a crucial role in fostering peace, a peaceful coexistence around us in our region here. He further reported that recently in 2022, Malawi Parliament enacted the Peace and Unity Bill, which laid the legal basis for institutions dedicated to peace and conflict prevention. Malawi has also been actively involved in international peacekeeping missions, for instance, in the Sudan, in the DRC, in Cote d'Ivoire in recent years. And here at home, Malawi has successfully resolved political disputes in a peaceful and democratic manner. As a result, our country has been recognized as one of the most peaceful and democratic nations in the world. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, at the end of the general debate, the General Assembly adopted several key resolutions. These resolutions, among others, call for increased focus on human security, the ratification of international human rights instruments, the prevention of conflicts through early warning mechanisms, and upholding the rule of law. A call was made for the IPU to support the rule of law in countries experiencing unconstitutional dissolutions of parliament. In this context, the conference was informed that in the last few months, the new IPU president, Dr. Tulia Ackson from Tanzania, made an effort to meet the heads of state of Russia and Ukraine, which were currently at war that time. This demonstrates that IPU leadership is committed to putting into action its conference resolutions. I am pleased to report, honourable members, that it has pleased the IPU president to appoint our speaker to become a member of the IPU task force on the peaceful resolution of the war in Ukraine. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, the
Honourable Leader of Delegation, can you repeat the statement, please? Can you repeat the statement, please?
Thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. I am pleased to report to the whole House that it has pleased the IPU
to the whole House and the entire nation.
To the whole House, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, but more importantly to the whole nation, that the IPU President has appointed our Speaker, Right Honorable Catherine Godanihara, to become a member of the IPU Task Force on the peaceful resolution of the war in Ukraine. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, the 148th IPU General Assembly also received, debated, and adopted various committee reports. Our delegation actively participated in these committee discussions and contributed to the development of the final resolutions. The discussions particularly placed emphasis on the importance of parliamentary action in addressing these pressing global challenges. Members can find detailed information on the outcomes of the Standing Committee's deliberations in the main delegation report. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, the delegates were also invited to report to the Assembly on how their member parliaments accomplished and implemented IP resolutions and outcomes from previous plenary assemblies. I wish to report, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, that the leader of delegation gave an account on Malawi's commitment to climate change action, including the enactment of the Climate Change Act. The House will recall that in recent years, this Parliament has passed the following climate-related bills into law, namely the Climate Change Bill in 2016, the Environment Management Act in 2017, and the Disaster Risk Management Act in 2023. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, although no consensus was reached on an emergency item during the Assembly, the IPU President and the Secretary General of IPU issued a statement on the urgent action to address the ongoing conflict situation in Gaza, in the Middle East. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, in addition to our work in the plenary, Malawi delegation also undertook bilateral meetings with different sister parliaments, namely the United Kingdom, Germany, and Switzerland. Such bilateral meetings are important because they offer opportunities for networking and fostering partnerships for further collaboration on issues of mutual concern. For such bilateral meetings to be effective, there is a need for Malawi delegation to prepare well in advance for these meetings. In conclusion, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, the 148th IPU General Assembly was a productive experience for the Malawi Parliament. The conference achieved its objectives in addressing challenges of conflicts at a global level. Based on the outcomes from the side meetings, Malawi delegation benefited enormously from the presentations made by different stakeholders who attended IPU General Assembly. We believe that these experiences will continue to inform our parliamentary practices and contribute to our efforts to promote peace, development, and human rights in Malawi. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I therefore call upon this House to note this report of the 148th IPU General Assembly and all the related meetings which were held in Geneva, Switzerland from 23rd March to 27th March 2024. I also refer this report to the Parliamentary Committee on International Relations for further scrutiny. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I beg to move.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Leader of Delegation to the 148th Interparliamentary Union IPU General Assembly that took place in Geneva, Switzerland from 23rd to 27th March 2024. Honourable members, as usual, now the report is up for general debate. Any takers? Any takers? Any takers? Or members of the delegation that went to Switzerland? Mulanje Pale? This you don't second, you just go straight to
Thank you very
general
much,
debate.
Mulanje
Mulanje Pale, member of the delegation?
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. I'm actually a member of the Interparliamentary Union, and I was at this meeting, attended in my capacity as a member of the Steering Committee on Peace and International Relations of the Interparliamentary Union that deals with issues, pertaining issues affecting parliaments all over the world. I think a small background. I would like to thank the leader of delegation first, Honorable Kasungu Central, our elder. We call him in the delegation as our elder because he calls us all the time to remind us why we are on that mission, representing this country internationally. Right Honorable Speaker, I would like also to thank the Right Honorable Speaker Catherine Kotane Hara and the whole Parliament staff for the support rendered. In mention, I would like also in a special way to thank the delegation of the embassy in Geneva that always help us to mediate one or two issues on the ground for meetings like this. IPU being what it is an assembly the way it is here, but comprises of delegations from countries, different countries. As we've heard from the leader of delegation, we have countries where parliaments were dissolved ceremoniously without following the law. And some of those countries, they ended up losing their membership to the IPU because of being undemocratic. A lot of those countries in the Western Africa, where members that were not elected ended up into the IPU assembly as being appointed by someone they know in the systems down there. And that IPU took it very serious. The committee where I sit in as a board member of that committee scrutinized the parliament, Mr. Speaker, and they defined who is a parliamentarian. And our definition, a parliamentarian should be an elected member who represents a section of the society. They can be a member that represents women. They can be a member that represents children. But it should never at any point just be appointed by someone, a friend, to say, I've defeated someone, taken over a country, can you go to IPU and represent me? It's not an assembly like that. It is a parliamentarian forum. And it ends the day you cease to be a member of parliament. In finalizing my submission, I want to say parliamentary democracy, parliamentary human rights are key recipes for democracy to grow. For any democracy in the world, participation in parliament is a key indicator for development of democracy and socio-economic development. So I want to urge all honorable members, possibly that's why we all have a microphone here. This parliament did not just do this for symbolic. They gave it to all of us to have an access to use our speech through these microphones to speak about our people. So this being a speaking house, we would like to thank your office and the office of the Right Honorable Speaker for giving access to honorable members to speak their constituencies, to represent their constituencies freely. I did give a report on that, on human rights of parliament at the assembly, and Malawi seems to be scoring well. Let's guard this. It doesn't come on a silver platter. There were people that fought for us to be democratic. There were people that fought for us to have this opportunity to represent our people without any someone blocking you, even without the assembly blocking you. So Malawi so far is a shining example of interparliamentary democracy, where you sit up here, you sit that side, you can represent your constituents. I would like to urge all members of this house to take this opportunity, to use this opportunity, represent their constituencies, represent Malawi in this assembly, and if the opportunity arises, represent Malawi at assemblies out of here. With these remarks, sir, I would like to report a success story of the Interparliamentary Assembly, that was the 144th, that happened in Geneva, Switzerland, where a plate of Usima could cost 300,000 Malawi kwacha. And maybe that needs to be said here, that your members went there and came back the way they left, possibly even much worse than how they left this country, because the situation up there was not so holistic to someone vulnerable parliamentarian like we are here. With those few remarks, sir, I would like to put it on record and submit. Thank you very much, and God bless you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mulanje Bari, Leader of the House.
Right Honorable, it's unfortunate that my brother failed to eat a plate of unsima. I stand to beg that debate on the report be curtailed in order to allow the leader of the delegation to wind up. I beg to move.
Thank you very much, Leader of the House. Honourable members, there's a motion that debate on the report by the Leader of Delegation on the IPU delegation to Geneva, Switzerland, be curtailed in order to allow the Leader of the delegation do the winding up. Those of the opinion say aye. Those of the counter opinion say no. The ayes have it and the motion is carried. Leader of delegation, Kasungu Sento. Before the leader stands, may I ask the leader of the House to ask for extension of time because we have just 2 minutes. Okay. Kasungu Sento, may you just briefly wind up, then we go to the time. Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. Let me thank the member who has spoken on this particular report. He was in my delegation that went to Switzerland. I wanted to highlight maybe 2 issues. The first one is that your delegation, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, was able to inform the Assembly of what this Parliament has done in terms of implementing Assembly resolutions. I did cite the issue about the climate change, the fact that we did pass a climate change bill in this House. I also mentioned about the Environmental Management Act or bill that we also processed in this House. This is what should happen when our delegations go out there. We need to demonstrate that the Parliament does implement resolutions that are made at a global level. So, with that, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I wanted to thank the whole House for giving me this opportunity to give this report, setting out what we had discussed and agreed, and the work that we did at the IPU 148th meeting in Switzerland, Geneva. I thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir.
I beg to move.
I beg to move that this report that we presented on the 148th IPU General Assembly be noted by the whole House. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Honourable members, there's a motion that the report presented by the leader of the delegation for Kasungu Sento being noted by the whole House. Those of the opinion say aye, and those of the counter opinion say no. The ayes have it and the motion is carried. Leader of the House.
Right Honourables, First Deputy Speaker, let me thank you in the manner you chaired deliberations today, a lively House this afternoon, and Honourable Chairs or representatives for the wonderful reports that you have presented, and all of us for the wonderful job we have done. Tomorrow, Thursday, is a private members' day. It's a day we start with questions needing oral replies from ministers coming from honorable members. But again, a time to allow honorable members to present their private business. And on a lighter note, this is a time when constituency statements must be utilized so that our people out there should know and vote us again September 2025. So all of us should utilize that tomorrow for constituency statements. Good evening.
Thank you very much, Leader of the House, and of course, all leaders from different sections, Leader of Opposition, Leader of UDF, and Leader of Backbenchers, for the wonderful participation we've had today. On a very serious note, this is for the media to take note. Today's attendance was superb. Over 90% of the members were in the house and are still here till now. So media, you can put this as the headlines tomorrow to say membership, super good, superb. So I want to salute you members. Today you did a good job. So media, tomorrow's newspaper, I want to see that members are superb. It is 2 minutes past 5. What a day it was. Just wish you a lovely and blessed evening as we adjourn till we meet again tomorrow, 9:30, Thursday. House adjourned.
Well, that's how the House has concluded its business today, Wednesday, 19th February 2025. A recap of business on the floor. Under general business, the House has today adopted 2 parliamentary committee reports. These are a report on monitoring the implementation of the Malawi Rural Electrification Program by the Parliamentary Committee on Government Assurances and Public Sector Reforms, and a report on the state of national parks and game reserves as tourist destinations for domestic and international travelers by the Parliamentary Committee on Industry, Trade and Tourism. The reports were presented in the House by the chairpersons of the committees, that's Honorable Noel Rupepa MP and Honorable Bonkoma MP, respectively. The following members contributed to the report: Mzimba South, Nkarapigi Central, Ncheu Northeast, and Chirazru West, among others. The House has also noted 3 delegation reports. These are a delegation report to the 64th session of the Organization of African, Caribbean, and Pacific States, or ACPS, Parliamentary Assembly, and the first session of the ACPS European Union Joint Parliamentary Assembly, held in Rwanda, Angola, from 17th to 21st February 2024. A delegation report to the Southern African Development Community Organization of Public Accounts Committees, SADC-PAC, 15th Annual Conference and 19th Annual General Meeting held at Southern Sun Hotel, Durban, South Africa, from 28th September to 6th October 2023. And a report to the 148th Interparliamentary Union, IPU, General Assembly and related meetings held in Geneva, Switzerland, from 23rd to 27th March 2024. The reports were presented in the House by Honorable Member for Likoma Island, Honorable Member for Zombantonya, respectively. The last report was also presented in the House by Honorable Member for Kasungu Central. The first Deputy Speaker, Honorable Madariso Kazombo MP, has since adjourned the House to tomorrow Thursday at 9:30 in the morning. Pamenepo ndiye pamapeto pazokambirana za phungu a Nyumba ya Malamulo lero lachitatu pa 19 February 2025. Tingokumbusana dzina mwa zomwe aphungu akambirana mnyumbayi. Nyumba ya Malamulo lero yavomereza malipoti awiri amakomiti a Nyumba ya Malamulo. Malipoti iwa ndi ripoti yokhuza za momwe ntchito yoyika magetsi m'madera akumidzi ikuyendera, lomwe apereka ndi wapampando wa komiti yolondoloza momwe boma likugwirira ntchito zake, Government Assurances and Public Sector Reforms, Honorable Noel Lipipa MP. Ndipo ripoti lina ndi lokhuza malo osungirako nyama amene alili ngati malo amodzi mwa malo ofikirako alendo omwe amachoka mdziko momuno komanso mayiko akunja. Ripoti ili yapereka ndi wapampando wa komiti yoona za mafakitale, malonda ndi zokopa alendo olemekezeka Aponkhoma MP. Aphungu omwe analankhulapo pa malipoti iwa ndi ochokera madera awa: Mzimba South, Nkarabe Central, Nchewu North East komanso Chirazulu West mwa ena. Nyumba ya Malamulo yavomerezanso malipoti atatu a ntchito zina za Nyumba ya Malamulo. Malipoti iwa ndi ripoti lokhuza mkumano wa namba 64 wa mayiko a mu Africa, Caribbean ndi Pacific ACPS, komanso mkumano oyamba wa mayiko awo mogwirizana ndi European Union. Ripoti lokhuza msonkhano wa chaka wa namba 15 komanso wa namba 19 wa bungwe lakumwera kwa Africa la SADC-PAC. Komanso ripoti la ntchito zina za Nyumba ya Malamulo lokhuza msonkhano waukulu wa namba 148 wa bungwe la mgwirizano wa nyumba za malamulo pa dziko. Aphungu omwe anapereka malipoti wa ndi madera awa: Likoma Island, Zomba Ntonya ndi Kasungu Central.
Osayiwala kupanga subscribe ku channel ya AMTV Malawi.